fifth dimension. Aquarius I am. We in the Aquarius age for the next 2,000 years, you dig?
Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time.
I want to free your mind by helping you understand the zodiac signs. That's right, you're live with Aquaman in the zodiac zone where the cosmos is your home. I'm your very own Anpu, the real urban guru, coming through on the mothership. So let's open up your cosmic memory bank and swing down to earth with a shit stain. Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome to Hip Hop Astrology TV. I'm your host, Anpu, the real urban guru, man. The Messiah, the 13th Imam, the Mahdi, the star god, star child, man. Listen, today's episode is going to be one of those ones that you absolutely must take notes on. I'm talking beef. I'm talking about when two people or one person has an issue with another person and how you can see this stuff in the cosmos. All right. I really want to just jump straight into it, but I gotta cover the announcements, man. Listen, mark your calendars. August the 20th is the next webinar. That's going to be called Programming Your Outer Space. It's the same as my Kitty Karma joint. Listen, I'm gonna show you how to spot negative energy in your own chart. Most importantly, what to do to circumvent negative energy. This is for your children. This is for your mama. This is for your daddy. This is for your lovers. Once I show you the technique, you good for life. All right. You should know how to apply this science. So get over here to this webinar at myastrologycoach.com. Click on the events tab. Get into the webinar, man. All right. But listen, I'll give you the webinar absolutely free if you book a private session with me at this crackhead price. After today, you should just really do it, man. Listen, get this eclipse special with me, okay? Because I'm going to show you the zones of where you can be affected at in your life, all right? Eclipses mark some dramatic experiences. Today's conversation, Trick Daddy and Meek Mill, they got something in this zone right here, and I'm going to show you, all right? But I'll give you the webinar free if you book this consultation, but you have to do it before August the 1st, myastrologycoach.com. Click on consultations, eclipse special. Let's make it happen. All right. And I'll be right back after the break.
Are you plagued by trauma, abandonment, or abuse? The Imagination Guru has helped thousands just like you overcome emotional memories that prevent you from happiness and success using the power of your mind. Overcome your trauma, overcome your abandonment, overcome your abuse by first making the decision right now to call the Imagination Guru at 1-877-345-3797 and live the life you deserve.
Hello, I am Chanel Favors, and I'm part of the Total Love Fund. I've had my bills paid, and the great part about it is you help others while they help you. Also, I am the mindfulness teacher at Oakview Elementary. Also, you can reach me on Facebook at Chanel Fagan. Look me up.
All right, so let's get this party started, man. Shit, man, I really need a drink or something, man. So look, man, this first clip that you see is called The Great American Eclipse. This is very, very important to understand. This is going to take place on August the 21st. Okay? And the region of space that this eclipse is going to take place in is in the constellation of Leo, right before the lion's paw, or right at the lion's paw. This is an astronomical fact, okay? Now, this has everything to do with both Meek Mill and Trick Daddy, okay? Trick Daddy had a song called America, okay? Meek Mill just came out with, what's that, Young Black America, okay? So both of these have the American theme because the eclipse, the Great American Eclipse, is coming next month on August the 21st. All right, I'm going to show you this is how God works, man. Okay, so there must be something that we need to see, but on the surface, it's going to pop off as beef. But I'm going to get to the spiritual point of what's going on here. Okay, so they both got this American theme with them. Okay, again, the eclipse on August the 21st is taking place right here at the Lion constellation. All right, now, we know, or if you don't know, Trick Daddy is pissed off with Meek Mill because Meek Mill had an interview with Ebro where he talked about how him and Dream Chasers inspired some of the Miami culture right now, as far as dirt bikes and certain chains that they wearing now, okay? And Trick Daddy took offense to that. But I'm going to play a certain clip from Trick Daddy so you can see that this is really rooted. Trick's response is really rooted in something else. So let me roll that clip.
Ever since you lost your girl, you been tripping, nigga.
Okay, so since you heard that clip, you have to ask the question. Because see, when I hear stuff and I see stuff, I always know the cosmic underlying law that is at work. The subtle shit that is at work, okay? So Trick interjected Nicki into the situation. This really don't have nothing to do with Nicki, okay? But maybe you do. So since Trick put her in, that's what made my antenna go off and say, okay, Spirit told me, nigga, go size it up, because it's this about something else, all right? So let's look at something. The birthday of Trick Daddy, the record states September 23rd, 1973. Please take note that the moon is in front of the Leo constellation, exactly where the eclipse is going to take place. This is a fact. In fact, let me rewind it a little bit. The eclipse, the sun and the moon are together in the sky, and the moon is going to cross over the path of the sun and block it out for a little bit. This symbolizes the masculine principle, the sun. In ancient mythology, this is Apollo, the sun god, and the moon is Diana, the female goddess. So this is about a male-female energies coming together. This eclipse is going to signify some type of event that's going to take place within the dynamics of male-female relationships, okay? Now, again, Trick Daddy's born September 23rd, 1973. The moon is in the exact same region of space in front of the Leo constellation of where the eclipse is going to be next month. Let's speed it up to Meek Mill, who's born May 6, 1987. Interesting. The moon also is right here in the Leo constellation, the same place the eclipse is going to take place, in the exact same place Trick Daddy has the moon at. Now, I always say this, if you know the science of astronomy, the moon moves really fast. Tomorrow, it'll be 13 degrees over to your left. The next day, she totally out of here. She's only in the zodiac sign for a little over 2 days, and she's gone. So what were the odds of these two being born in the same window, years apart, 87 to 70? When is Trick born? He's born in 73, so that's 14 years. 14 years apart, but on the same day, the moon was in the same constellation, okay? Now, the moon we know represents the feminine aspect of your own psychology, okay? The moon represents emotions. For a man, when we look at the position of the moon in the sky when he was born, this gives us insight into what he likes about the female energy. Leo is extravagant, boss. It's very flamboyant because Leo is the king. So to have the moon here, this is the queen. So therefore, Nicki Minaj will kind of fit this bill. You feel me? So both of them have the moon. The female psychology is in the exact same area of space. Okay? Now, let's go back to Trick Daddy's birthday. September 23rd, 1973. We see that the planet Mars is just below the feet of Aries, or at the eye of the sea monster. Okay? This is very, very interesting. Because Mars, I keep showing you, represents violence and warfare. So for Trick Daddy, this area of space, right by the eye of the sea monster, is his cosmic space or cosmic memory bank that deals with how he likes to fight. So if anybody's born, especially a man, if a man is born with energy in this region of space, this will trigger the fight inside a Trick. Okay? So we see keywords for Mars such as violence, such as war. But another keyword that I want to focus on is sexuality. Why am I interjecting sexuality? It's because Trick Daddy is the one that said, ever since you broke up with your girl, or you and your girl split, you've been tripping. So he's the one that brung in the opposite sex into the conversation about Meek Mill's sex life, basically, right? So this energy Mars carries anger and sexuality to it, okay? Facts. It's right above the eye of the sea monster. So let's go to Meek Mill, who's born May 6, 1987. The sun is headed towards Taurus, but look at the sun. The sun sign is who you are. Meek Mill is saying, I'm a Taurus, because the sun is right there by the bull. But the sun is slightly above the eye and face of the sea monster, where Trick Daddy, and I put a picture of Trick in there, where Trick Daddy has his fighting planet at. So what you think he want to do to Meek Mill, since Meek Mill has the sun right here? And the sun sign is who you are, so that's really Meek Mill. When Meek say, I'm a Taurus, imagine the sun being Meek Mill's face. Okay? So then Trick wants to fight Meek Mill. But here's the key. See, both of y'all have the moon in the same position, which means Trick Daddy's psychology about females is pretty identical to Meek Mill's. But Trick Daddy's fighting energy is dead on Meek Mill. The truth of the matter is this, man. I just got to call it for what it is. Trick ain't feeling the fact that Meek had Nicki. All right? I bet you if Trick can be honest and say, do you think that relationship was going to work? I bet you he would have a little bit of shade to put on that shit. And I just keep it 100. He'd probably be like, man, hell nah. She need a bigger nigga, boss niggas. I can just see him saying it, right? Because many people had that perception, all right? But the truth of the matter is this energy stems from you basically fucking somebody who I would like to be fucking. Or I feel you wasn't worthy enough. See, when you're dealing with Mars and the sun combination, this is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because both of their energies represent ego, and both of their energies are kind of similar because they deal with heat. Martian energy, a keyword you will see, is hot acids and hot fire. Well, the sun is a ball of fire. So it's like a bumping of heads in some type of conflict. It's too much masculine energy right there. See, this is how you can successfully measure these relationships, or who you gonna get in relationships with, and know if you should be in a relationship with these people, or what the possibilities of the relationship. What are the possibilities of a relationship? Are they good, or if they bad? If they bad, what type of bad is it? You see what I'm saying? These two, to a degree, when you have Mars like right here, this is an enemy. Okay? This is an enemy to you, because Mars is combative. It wants to fight. And since the sun is you, it wants to fight you. This is an enemy. Now, sure, I bet you Trick will say, man, listen, he disrespected the whole Miami. And that's really interesting because, you know, Meek Mill is on the, you know, he rolled with Rick Ross, who you can really say is the king of Miami right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know good and well that could have been a phone call. That could have been like, yo, man, your boy tripping. Why don't you clean that up? He disrespected the city. What made you bypass that protocol and say, you know what, I'm going to put this nigga on blast anyway. Let me bypass Ross, who doing great shit for the city, and let me put this young nigga on blast. You know why? Because Martian energy is aggressive and it jumps the gun. But I'm telling you, it spews from that same moon placement. Is it a coincidence that the eclipse is going to take place in the same area of space and both of them have the moon right there? I told you an eclipse represents a dark time. All right, ain't nothing dark, ain't nothing light and fun about basically somebody basically saying, yo, it's on and popping if you come to Miami. We taking your pass from Miami. You can't come down here. That's a threat. That's Mars. You see what I'm saying? So the eclipse signifies some type of issue is coming. Why? It's really stemming over Nikki. Trick put her in there, like I said. You know what I mean? She ain't had nothing to do with this conversation. But she do has everything to do with the conversation because it's in your mind. You feel me? So this is how you use this science, man, to understand who is who and who you should be rocking with. Self-activation workbook, myastrologycoach.com, man. Go to the book section, get it. I told you I'm on iTunes, Planets in Harmony, The Zodiac Made Easy. You got a question, man, call that number right there. All right, follow me, Twitter, Real Urban Guru. Follow me, Instagram, Real Urban Guru, man. Get at me. Peace.
Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.